Hello and welcome to another GCSE revision video, and in this video we're going to be talking about fractions and ratios. Okay, so in answer to the question what is a ratio is a group of numbers separated by colons, which tells us how many of one thing there is compared to another. So a ratio of 2 to 3 means there are 2 of one thing for every 3 of another. Okay, so we can convert ratios to fractions. A group of people are asked if they have a sweet tooth or a savoury tooth. The ratio of sweet tooth to savoury tooth people was 3 to 2. This means that out of every 5 people asked, 3 have a sweet tooth and 2 have a savoury tooth. So 3/5 have a sweet tooth and 2/5 have a savoury tooth. Let's have a go at doing a practical example. In a given month, the ratio of hot days to cold days is 2 to 1. If there are 30 days in the month, how many hot days and how many cold days were there? Well, 2 plus 1 equals 3, so 2/3 of 30 days are hot, so 20 days are hot. And 1/3 of 30 days are cold, so 10 days are cold. We can simplify ratios in pretty much the same way that we simplify fractions, and that is to say divide each of the ratio through by a common number. So if we have a ratio like 25 to 50 to 75, we can divide all three numbers by 25, and that simplifies to 1 to 2 to 3. Just remember, whatever you divide one number by, you must divide all the other numbers by that same number, otherwise that will change the ratio. Okay, so we can reduce a ratio down to its simplest form the same way we would by reducing a fraction down to its simplest form, and that is to split each number into its prime factors and then look at what factors they have in common and then divide through by the common factors. So if we take the ratio 6 to 10 to 12, well, 6 breaks down into 2 times 3, 10 breaks down into 2 times 5, and 12 breaks down into 4 times 3, which is 2 to the power 2, or 2 times 2, which is 2 to the power 2 times 3. So the only factor they have in common is 2, so we can divide everything through by 2 to simplify 6 to 10 to 12 to 3 to 5 to 6, which is as simple as that ratio is going to get. We can also reduce ratios into unitary form. Now, if we take a ratio, for example, 6 to 12 to 3, and we want to put that in unitary form, we have to remember that unit means 1, so reducing to unitary form means making the first number 1. So to reduce a ratio to unitary form, we simply divide all the numbers in the ratio by the first number. So 6 divided by 6 is 1, 12 divided by 6 is 2, 3 divided by 6 is a half, or 0.5. So 6 to 12 to 3 reduces to 1 to 2 to 0.5 when it's in unitary form. And this brings us to the question on the opening slide. Mary, Bill and Sam pay into a lottery syndicate. Mary pays in £2, Bill pays in £3 and Sam pays in £5. The syndicate wins £1,000, which needs to be divided fairly according to how much each person paid in. So how much should each person get? I'm going to leave you to think about that one. Why don't you take some time, pause the video, try it out for yourself, and then I'll give you the answer at the end. Okay, so we're basically asked to divide £1,000 into the ratio of 2 to 3 to 5. So 2 plus 3 plus 5 is 10. 2 plus 3 is 5 and 5 plus 5 is 10. So Mary, who paid in £2, will get 2/10 of £1,000, which is equal to, well, we can divide that 10 by 1,000, so that's 100. So she gets £200. So Bill, he paid in £3, so he gets 3/10 of £1,000. And again we can divide. So that's just 3 times 100, which is £300. And I think the other one was Sam. Sam gets 5/10 of £1,000. I could simplify that to a half, but is there any point, because the 10 divides nicely into that 1,000, so it's easy to just say 5 times 100. So Sam gets £500. Okay, I hope that was helpful. Why don't you try some examples out for yourself? Just make up some various numbers and some various ratios and try to simplify ratios, express them in unitary form. And I'd like to wish you all the best with your revision and all the best with your exams, and I'll see you in a future video.